Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Start to Finish for the Stanley Parable 2. My name is Matt Bowyer. This is episode 5. But does anyone really truly know what time it is? It's 1:53. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I do feel like I've learned more about you than you have learned about me, though it's not impossible that you're going to watch these videos. It's all but impossible you're going to watch these videos. Adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. Boy, they harvest my personal data so much more efficiently than they used to. Well, okay, sure. I want all the clocks to just be spinning now. I have noticed that the clock doesn't do anything. I appreciate that it's there. Oh, I will miss these moments. I'm getting better at it. I do play a lot of games by myself, but I feel like what makes them pop the most is if I have some way. If I shared a game with somebody somehow, it's difficult for me to then play it by myself. Still one more setting to adjust. Oh, wonder what this is going to be. It's going to set it to German. Oh, I hope I can find you. What? Game's making me feel things somehow. Back into the Stanley Parable 2. We're in the sequel, you and me. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But we are skipping. The balloons are up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The people are
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Turning the computers off. Figurine Finders committee meeting today in the meeting room. Ooh. I don't need it. I don't need it today. I'm feeling good. I don't need the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to the meeting room. I want to meet the other figurine finders. Ah! 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 Okay, I'm in love with the extra C crammed in access. Provide 1 plank to allow ease of access past fence. 2. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. 3. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. And 4. Construct new structurally sound bridge. More planks are needed. There will be a reward for finding them all. $9.27. 5 there be. Just take it from me. Okay, so we got the one from the sequel exhibit. So we're both red and blue. Must be a point to this. Everyone thinks there is a private but smelly place for an important person. I know where that is. Okay, I know where that is. I think I know where that is. This is awesome. Beware the false prophet. Approximately here? trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Weird spinning figurines. They don't know what these are. But maybe they do. Bonus stuff. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. Is that the source of levitation? To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. I have one on my desk. An analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that, in all likelihood, it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance off of a porcelain surface. Does anyone have any leads on this? Thank you, and good luck. C:// clues : my clue.jpg. All right.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
That's
so
true.
He turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There is one up there. It's in the washroom. Ha ha!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I do too.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Is that a Stanlerine in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? It is a Stanlerine. You have 3 of them? No wonder your pants looked so upsetting. I'm confused, alarmed, and a little bit aroused.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
What's an amazing man?
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna find the rest of them. They exist throughout multiple runs. Because I'm already at 2 of 6. You can't do everything in one go. This isn't the Outer Wilds.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, Stan's not so good at thinking. Though in his defense, it is a Friday.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut.
Yeah,
Stanley
good point.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
You should shut the door on me and make me suffer.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I feel like I don't need to do this. What if we just begin the game again? Anything gonna change?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, we're not bringing the bucket with us this time. We are now going to go in the other direction.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Lounging.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Does this close behind me?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Have I taken this? I don't know if I've done this one. Where does this go?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yeah,
so
baby.
Now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is it? Okay. What?
Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Ah! Alright. Alright.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What were you thinking?
It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Car hits me instantly. Dead. Okay. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Oh, I
Stanley,
saw
close
this
your
before.
Eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Oh, it's got a Clippy on it.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No. But Clippy.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh no, the new stuff's gone. I'm going back to the same area. Oh,
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Huh?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Oh.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh my goodness. It could be anywhere. This is great.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. It's worse.
This
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Someone spilled coffee. That doesn't seem good. I simply wouldn't have done that.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
How had we missed this?
Story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This is really cool that they're able to do this with the geometry.
Now this...
Sir, I don't want to be here.
I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work.
I'm
and
the
it really
greatest.
paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
But I liked it
Some people
anyway.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. I'm hiding.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ah, we're going to play Call of Duty. Press F to follow. I've never been here before. This is new. I'm
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
I'm unreasonably
Onward,
excited
Stanley,
by this.
To destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination
Let's
is
follow the
inevitably
line.
conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a
Got a wall
byproduct
run.
of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ah! It's still there. I don't like it. It's just as bad for me as it is for all of you. What the?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Committed to memory. Eidetic memory snapshot taken. Let's go. This fern is
Wait,
run
what?
off with your
We're
wife.
back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Now we're in trouble.
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Sexy.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now,
We'll ad-lib
yes,
it.
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Something
Go
other than
wild.
right-hand turns.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might
Wolves.
be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Desks. Pirates.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. And once you get your attention, it can smell fear. But we're not afraid. Okay, it left. Good.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Oh! That scared the hell out of me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No bucket. no bucket. We're gonna go the wrong way. I'm gonna take the bucket with me
When Stanley
to
came
end
to a set of 2 open
and
doors,
take
this
over
was
the
not
world.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Ooh.
just to admire it.
Ah! It's still out there.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't. I did no such thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I hear you, buddy. Okay. So. It's still out there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
there
your
it
trust in
is.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me
see.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
So there's nothing over there I can jump off of. I'm treating this like it's a normal game now. Danger, danger everywhere. I should be bringing the bucket with me everywhere I go.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you
Figlies.
get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Figlies. I'm going through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Whoa?
Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
do.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
I do.
Don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Ooh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I'm going to, but next time I'm going to go through one of the other ones.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term.
Yeah.
It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, wow. A dead rat is offline. I love it. Why not ask some friends for help? Friends list empty. You don't have any friends. Okay, well. This is your superior. A dead rat.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yeah.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Yay,
You
testing.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Not at all.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Burn, baby, burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Pac-Man.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Dead cells.
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What is happening? Who firewatches the firewatch? Oh my god.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
This was so unexpected.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh boy, what's this gonna be? What?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm gonna go walk in the net.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yes.
Yes, I think surely we must.
Grand
Okay,
slam
Stanley,
dunk.
Here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh boy. I'm going so fast. Oh. Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
I was playing goalie too. Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have...
Oh. I can make my own story? Whoops! Oh. I was unsuccessful at making a story. But maybe in here I can come up with something. Think we got kind of a horror vibe? That's a light on. A single light. It's my office. It's full of computers. Many computers. What kind of life was I leading before? I cannot close the door. Okay. Well, maybe the left door. Whoa!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Whew.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Maybe the bucket will help me with the mind control ending.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We're making good progress. Lots of boxes and stairs. That's what we need. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ha-ha!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon,
Oh,
you'll
I
collect
don't
the
like
last
that
one.
one.
And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Ah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
The bucket knows all.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
I have to know what happens if the bucket does the mind control.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket is life.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
What do you think, little buddy? Do you think it's mind control? I've been thinking it's mind control.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
What
would
does
be fine.
428 say? Or 528? Beep, error, beep. Great. I needed to know that. Now that I know that the errors are beeping.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Maybe the bucket turns on us.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Oh.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
board to data, tracking them all. I am Trash Man. Oh.
Stanley flipped through one video of
Look at
silly
the
birds
birds.
after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Look at
The
them.
mind
They're so
controls were only a
silly.
facade to disguise its true
Wobble, wobble,
intentions.
wobble, wobble.
Had the bucket known this all along?
That's a pretty good
Stanley
bird.
marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Hummingbirds.
Stanley and the bucket
Hummingbirds are
never
wild.
found freedom because they spent the rest of
Look
their
at them.
lives here in this place.
Oh, look at
living
you.
through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible
Hornbill.
paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
I don't want to leave.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
That's just the right level of unsettling.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
I love you, Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
Nope.
his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
It's a good bucket. It's a good bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
It's a dumb bucket, but still a good
Stanley
bucket.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Sure didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
Whoa.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
And
boy.
there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Wiggles my
Savor
stiggles.
this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
We did it.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I was turning the game off. That's still a fatal fall. So where do we think this goes? Huh? This is different, obviously. You've been here. Ooh, look at all these tapes. Narrator dialogue? VHSs.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
Huh?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
What? I wanna go home.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
That's what you're taking from
Wasn't it
this?
just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Hello, memory zone. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Yeah. We don't need to go in there. None of that's important. It's just collectible time.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Whoa. 7 of 6? That's illegal. They're gonna arrest us, narrator.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Well, thank you.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
It was the boss's bathroom.
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah!
It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say
No,
I
we didn't.
remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
The memories don't seem right to me.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
What?
Enjoy.
Oh my god. I really appreciate this being 240p.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
And then the final one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment
I can't kill myself in my
unlike
mind
any
palace.
other.
I did try.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
And then you saw the terrifying thing that we're not going to talk about.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No,
What?
I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
What if we didn't do that?
Okay, yes, this spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay. Whoa. How much is going to still be wrong? Has it come back? No.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yeah, I love that video.
Good. Nice. Outstanding.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, B plus. Maybe a B minus. It's not my favorite shade of pink. I'll give it a B.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Okay, nothing over there.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
I
Keep
don't
going.
cast a shadow. That's fun.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The Big Bang. The dinosaur. Oh, we're back in the exhibit. Where we learned about collectibles. And then...
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Oh,
In fact,
gosh.
I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The title screen.
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Huh?
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Well, tune in on Monday for when Stanley finally dies for real. He was a beautiful fiction we invented to keep out the cold. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye.